Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Batra, page 61a, top of the page, starting a new chapter. The fourth chapter of Bava Batra, which is called Hamocher Sabayas. Top of 61a. Hamocher Sabayas, the Mishnah says, one who sells a house without specifying what is included in the sale. Lo machar yatzia, has not sold the gallery, an extension built above or alongside the main building. V'afal pi shehi pesucha lesocho, v'lo es hacheder shilifnim heimenu, v'lo es hagag b'zman sheyesh lo ma'aka gavoa esar tefachim. Rabbi Yehuda Omer im yesh lo tzuras pesach, afal pi she'eno gavoa esar machur. One who sells a house without specifying what is included in the sale has not sold the gallery, an extension built above or alongside the main building, and this is so even if the gallery is attached to the house and opens into it, nor has he sold the room behind the house, even if it is accessible only from inside the house. He has also not sold the roof when it has a parapet 10 handbreadths high. As such, a roof is considered a separate entity and is therefore not included in the sale of the house. Rabbi Yehuda says, if the parapet has the form of a doorway, that is, if it consists of two upright posts with a beam crossing over them, then even if the parapet is not 10 handbreadths high, the roof is not sold together with the house unless it is specifically included in the sale. Gemara, the Talmud says, my Getzia. What is a gallery? Hacha Targimu, Apta. Here in Babylonia, they interpreted this as referring to an attic. Apta, attic. Pretty close. Rav Yosef Amar Batra Chalila. Rav Yosef said it means a windowed structure attached to the main building. Lemand Amar Abta Lo Mad Bana Kolshkin Batra Chalila Lo Mad Bana. Lemand Amar Batra Chalila Aval Abta Bad Mizad Bana. The Gemara notes that according to the one who says that an attic is not sold together with a house, all the more so is a windowed structure attached to the house not sold together with the house, as it is certainly considered a separate entity and not part of the main building. But according to the one who says that a gallery is a windowed structure attached to the house, it is only such a structure that is not included in the sale of the house, but an attic is sold together with the house. Tani Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef taught, Shalosh Shemos Yesh Lo. Yatzia Tzela Ta. Yatzia Dichtiv. Hayatzia Hatachtona Chamesh Ba'amar Rachba. Tzela Dichtiv. V'yatzlaot. צלע אל צלע 33 פעמים. תא דכתיב ותא קנה אחד, אורך קנה אחד, רוחב בין התאים 5 אמות. ואי בית אימה הכה כותל היכל 6 ותא 6 כותל התא 5. This is very interesting. Someone just mentioned ta as a cell yesterday. That's amazing. No sooner do I. This is unbelievable. Ezekiel 40. Unbelievable. Ha! What do you know? ואי בית אימה מהכה כותל היכל 6 ואתה 6 כותל התא 5. Rav Yosef taught a small structure attached to a building has three names in the Bible. Gallery, it can be called the Yitzia, side chamber, Tzelah, and Ta, a cell. Someone just, of all things, said Ta as a cell. Unbelievable. Such a structure is called a gallery, as it is written. The bottommost gallery, Yitzia, was 5 cubits wide in 1 Kings 6:6. It is also called a side chamber, as it is written, and the side chambers were one over another 33 times. Ezekiel 41:6. Additionally, it's called a cell, Ta, as it is written, and the cell was 1 reed long and 1 reed wide, and the space between the cells was 5 cubits. Ezekiel 40:7. And if you wish, say instead that it can be seen that a small structure attached to a building is called a cell from here. It was taught in the Mishnah in Midot 4:7. The wall of the sanctuary was 6 cubits wide, and the cell, the Ta, in the back of it was 6 cubits wide, and the wall of the cell was 5 cubits wide. Amar Mazutra, Vehu Dehavi Arba Amos, relating to the Mishnah's statement that a gallery is not included in the sale of a house, Marzutra said, and that is the halacha only when the gallery has an area of at least 4 cubits, 4 by 4 cubits. Amar le Ravina Marzutra, Ravina says to Marzutra, Lidach de Amart, Adavi Arba Amos, Elmiad de Gavi Boyer Vetanan. Lo esabor velo eseduz, afan pishikos of loi, kaveruma, hachinami ihavi arba amois in ilalo. Ravina said to Marzutra, according to your opinion, that you say a gallery is not included from the sale of a house unless it is at least 4 by 4 cubits in size. There is a difficulty. As if that is so, then with regard to the exclusion of a pit or a cistern from the sale of a house, about which we learned in the Mishnah 64a, one who sells a house has sold neither the pit nor the cistern. Even if he writes for the buyer in the bill of sale that he is selling him the depth and the height of the house, so too should we say that only if they have an area of at least 4 by 4 cubits, yes, they are excluded from the sale of the house. But if not, no. They are not excluded. This is difficult, as a pit is not 4 cubits wide, and consequently, it would never be excluded. Haki hashta. Razus responded, how can these things be compared? Haki hashta, is it so? Hasam hatash mishta lachud, v'hatash mishta lachud. Hacha idi ve'idi chadatash mishtihi. Ihavi arba amos chashiv, ila lo chashiv. Marzutra responded, how can these cases be compared? There in that Mishnah, the excavations have a discrete use to store water, and they cannot possibly be used as living quarters, and that the house has a discrete use to serve as living quarters. And so they are considered separate entities, even if the excavation is not 4 cubits wide. But here, in the case of a gallery, both of this, the gallery and the house, have the same use. And so, if the gallery is at least 4 by 4 cubits, it is deemed significant and considered a separate entity, but, excuse me, but if it is not 4 by 4 cubits, it is not deemed significant in its own right, but simply another part of the house. V'lo es hacheder shilifni ma'menu, hashti yitzia lo mizabdan, mizbadan cheder miboyeh. The Mishnah teaches that one who sells a house without specifying what is included in the sale has not sold the gallery, nor has he sold the room behind the house, even if it is accessible only from it. The Gemara asks, now that the Mishnah taught that a gallery is not sold along with the house, is it necessary to teach that a room behind the house is not included in such a sale?